It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hi, guys. Welcome back and happy Thursday. For some reason, I keep thinking it's a Friday. And even this morning, Jason and I went out to breakfast and I said, happy Friday. And the waitress was like, oh my God, I thought so too. But no, it's Thursday. I was like, well, we're not off to a good start. But the point is, happy Thursday, guys. We obviously saw that Real Housewives of Beverly Hills came out last night. We had a live exclusive with Ronald Richards this morning. Jason, I stuck his ass on a plane, so he's far away from me, which is actually kind of sad because I'm not used to being by myself. But we are back to do hot, messy topics, kind of like a happy hour for your unfiltered opinions to be shared. It's a subscribers-only live chat, so make sure you guys get subscribed, smash that like button, and of course, I can't do this on my own. So it's kind of like my fiance on YouTube, even though I stuck my other fiance on a plane. But I wouldn't mind sending Kempire on a plane either. So, welcome, Kempire.
Oh, my God. I forgot to tell you this. You know, very similar to the trolls that were coming in the chat the other night. Someone tried to impersonate me on my live chat earlier. And people are like, Kempire, there's a troll in here. Oh, my God.
Did you see that happen to me the other night on Hot Messy Topics after all of that drama? So, of course, I naturally would have had an idea of who I thought it would have been. But they came on and they were saying silly shit. And it said Up and Adam live instead of Up and Adam. And I was like, Jason? I asked Jason on the live chat, I said, that was the same night you were on. I said, yes. Are you impersonating me? And he's like, no. I said, oh shit, this is a troll.
Yeah, and then it happened to me today. And I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have to keep on it because you have Kempire TikTok, Kempire Radio, Kempire Daily, Kempire Empire, Kempire Podcast. Kempire got you on the weekends. Kempire happy hour. Kempire breakfast, brunch, lunch, dinner.
You have making stuff up.
Okay, sorry. You have a lot going though, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I was shocked though because I was like, "What do people say?" Because I don't have you know how this is when you're live. It's hard to pay attention to the chat. That's why we have mods, but the mods can only do so much. So when I saw that, I was like, "Oh gosh, an impersonator? Okay, I guess I've made it."
Yeah, that's when you know. I guess I made it. Listen, that's probably the last thing you want would be people impersonating you, or also like when you check in and you go to do your videos and you have at least like 1 dislike or 2 dislikes and you're like,
I know.
Like you're breathing off to the side and you're like, how the hell do I fix this? But you can't. But it means that people are pressed about the issue and about you. So yes, like you said, you're doing something right. All right. Well, Kempire, as you know, this is kind of like our hot, messy topics. I appreciate you joining me while Jason is out of town and anytime, especially. I feel like we do this a lot during the week. And Kempire is about to take a trip, guys. So before we jump into our hot, messy topics, starting with Porsha, even though we both have covered it, who knows? You guys might have been at work. So we'll talk a little bit more about it. Guys, Kempire is about to embark on a 90-day fiance mission for love. So let's wish him the best. Send Kempire the best in the live chat.
Exclusive. I did a live with Femtara earlier, and I asked her to pull a card when we went off live about that.
And
90-day, here we come.
Oh, all right. See you guys. Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead and get to the first topic tonight. Porsha Williams, obviously, she announced her exit. She confirmed on Instagram, and it was something that we were all speculating about anyways. We didn't know. After Cynthia Bailey announced her exit, I have to say, Kempire, I'm going to go piece by piece with this through this with you.
Okay.
Cynthia Bailey, I wasn't surprised. Go ahead.
Oh, I wasn't surprised either because the rumors have been consistent about Cynthia being on the fence about coming back. I think part of that was they wanted Cynthia to come back, but not in the same role, not as a peach holder. I think they wanted to give her own friend contract.
Right. And I agree with that. And honestly, I just think no matter what, whether they offered her a friend role or they fired her, whatever the case was, I think that she just was not offered a full-time role that everyone thinks that she walked away from, because I received a lot of backlash where people were like, Adam, you're just like going in on Cynthia. It was an exit statement. Why can't she make her own exit statement? Yes, I get that. All I'm saying is I have friends who have also exited Bravo, not by choice, and they offer a very cotton candy exit statement. Bloop. That's all I'm saying. So with that, Porsha offered an exit statement as well today. Here's an older photo of her, but she's so pretty. I love Porsha. This makes me so sad. to be honest with you. And I made, like you talked about it in one of your live videos, but I made a video about this, and I had a comment that I looked at that was kind of ridiculous. And they're like, Adam, stop lying. You know that you hate Porsha because you did the Fallon interview. I'm like, okay, this has nothing to do with this. What the hell? Nothing. You guys are reaching.
Yeah, they're reaching.
Yes.
I mean, here's the thing. I think so many people are so invested in these reality TV stars. And look, we are on some level, but I think we also like to have fun with this. We're not as invested where we're like Team Porsha or Team Fallon. It's not like that. I believe not for either one of us, but I know there are people very much invested in that. I can like Porsha and not like Portia's ways.
I don't disagree with that. And also, people have to realize too, Porsha got away with a lot on the show. So while I love her reads and I love her interviews, she's one of the few people who we've seen on a show that has been casually demoted after dragging a cast member off of the reunion floor. So they were just like, all right, Porsha, we'll bring you back. We'll demote you, still give you like the full-time exposure, but you just won't hold a peach in the intro. She won't have a tagline, but she's gotten away with a lot. Like, she obviously is a front runner and a network favorite for the show. I do have to say that. That's fair.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look, Porsha had a really great run. I know a lot of fans were, upset about her not coming back or the possibility of her not coming back, but she's really trying to rebrand herself. It seems as if, I don't know if it's because of the relationship with Simon Guobadia is the reason why she's making these decisions to leave Dish Nation after 8 years and now RHOA. But I honestly believe part of her decision beyond trying to rebrand herself is because she knows Kenya is going to go there. She did it with Tanya, so why wouldn't she do it with Porsha?
And that's the thing, guys, too. When you think about it, you obviously Porsha here with Simon Guobadia. Thank you, by the way, Sherry Cherry, for the super chat. Love you both. Thank you. You see Porsha here. She looks stunning. We know Simon Guobadia because he was in a relationship, a full-on marriage. They were both wearing rings when we saw them on camera for season 13 with Fallon, now Pina. But look at her ring. She has a beautiful diamond. And we all know after Kenya Moore and Marlo Hampton, they spoke out on Instagram and social media in defense of Fallon. They were waiting. They were like, wait a minute. So Kenya was like, talk about my divorce because I'm going to eat your fiance alive. And Marlo was like, girl, you know that I have people coming in and out of here that have money. And I just have my nieces and my nephews. If they're good, I'm good. Come on. What do you got to say? Like, she owns it.
And now I'm on the fence about Sheree coming back because the whole point of Sheree coming back was because she knows Simon and that relationship. So I wanted her to be the bone carrier in that particular situation. And now it's sort of like, okay, spring, summer, fall, Sheree, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, again, you're not wrong. I'm going to go ahead and put this photo up again for a second. Actually, this photo, while I go ahead and read their exit statement. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. I'll read the exit statement and then I'll move on to the next topic. But after 10 life-changing, gratifying, incredible years, it is finally time to begin my next chapter. Next season, I will not be returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta franchise. She also said this was a difficult decision to not only make, but also to come to terms with. It's one I have put a lot of thought into, and because of that, I know it's the right one. I want to thank Bravo, Truly Original, and Andy Cohen for this opportunity, which, mind you, Cynthia Bailey forgot the Andy Cohen part, so I just wanted to say that. And all the show's producers, editors, and assistants for working tirelessly every day to create our show. I have so much love and endless gratitude for my Bravo family and supporters. You've made this past decade a truly special one where I dealt with unbelievable highs and unbelievable lows, and I can honestly say I would not have made it through some of them without the unconditional love and support I've gotten from all of you. I'll be back on your TV very soon. I can't wait to share all of my exciting new endeavors with the world, beginning with the release of my memoir, The Pursuit of Porsha, out November 16th. As for the rest, you'll just have to wait and see. Love ya.
Are you interested in watching The Pursuit of Porsha, the spinoff?
Is that what they're naming it?
Well, that was the rumor on the street. She hasn't confirmed that, but I have a feeling they are trying to have that be it. If it doesn't, it's because of the book situation. She wasn't able to do it.
Okay. I actually like the name. And yes, I'm definitely interested. I want to see what her relationship is like with Simon, because to be fair, sorry, Fallon, if you're watching, but to be fair, I was so vocal and I wasn't lying after I left the Fallon interview when I saw her relationship with Jalen Banks. I thought that they came off like friends because of...
They'll come off like friends.
Right. and the body language and kind of like seeing how they are together. And when I saw Porsha and Simon in the way that he kind of had his arm on her, it didn't seem like the most intimate. So I kind of wondered too, what the hell is going on? Like, I feel like that's fair to say. Let me bring this up really quick. Love you both. Thank you, Megan Sue. Love you both. Teresa does something worse than a table flip. Can she be demoted? Not an MJ fan. Who's MJ?
Only MJ.
Margaret Joseph. Not a Margaret Joseph fan at all. I think that she stirs the pot behind the scenes. Okay. I was trying to think. Sorry about that, Megan Sue, but thank you for the super chat. But no, getting back to it for Porsha, the body language is off for me. But then I also have to play devil's advocate, because if you see Jason and I in a family photo or something, like my family gets on me because they think I'm afraid to act like gay in public. So when Jason wants to like be like this with his hand around you, I'm super like, back up. Mind your business. Back up. Like, yeah, that's me though. I don't want to be touched. I don't want to be touched. I don't want to be coddled, hugged, held. Nothing. And my family thinks I have like a heart that's black as ice. Like they're just like
your shirt.
Yeah. They do. They think that they're like, you have a cold heart. I'm like, it's not that. I just don't want to be touched. I'm like Howie from Deal or No Deal. Germaphobe.
Oh, is it really germs that you're upset about?
Well, no, but it's like when somebody goes to a restaurant and says I have all these allergies so people don't fuck up their food. Like that's what I do so people don't try to hug me.
This is your partner of how many years?
Well, yeah, but not in public. Like if I'm at home and I feel like hugging you, I'll hug you. It's very different.
Oh, no.
Yes, no, and I know that's like there's hypocrisy. But when I'm out in public and like, especially Jason's family is Mormon. So when I see Jason's family, I feel like out of respect, it's not that I don't want to be myself, but thankfully, like Jason's mom has spoke to me in the past about how his ex was very touchy and flirty. And she felt like he used to hang all over Jason and kiss all over him just to be flaunting right in their face to be like, haha, F you. And that's how she felt. But I was like, oh, well, you'll never have to worry about that with me because I don't like PDA. So you'll think that I just hate your kid. It'll be great.
And that's why she loves you. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm a touchy-feely person, but I'm a Taurus. So I'm very like, it's all about senses for me. Smell. But I'm very particular about who I'm going to be touchy-feely with, though. I'm not touchy-feely with everybody. Well,
you better be careful over there in New Amsterdam because you don't know how people smell until you get pretty touchy-feely. Okay?
A mess. People in the chat are saying they hate PDA. There are some people, I don't know if I'm big on PDA. I don't mind like light touching and things like that. But if you're full on making out, that's a bit much.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's true too. I had one actually, guys, we're digressing a little bit, but we will get back into it. I had one person I went out on a date with when I first moved to LA, and I can't, if you only knew. And this person tried to kiss me out in public and was wearing the shortest shorts ever. And I just moved there from Tennessee, so I wasn't like comfortable with the short shorts thing. And we just went on a hike and I was like, okay, nobody can see. And then we ended up going out to breakfast and the shorts were like, it felt like I was on a date with somebody with a Speedo and just looked at me and was like, so you want to make out? And I was like, I actually have the worst headache. And I feel terrible and my stomach hurts. So I'm going to grab my check and I have to go. And then I never saw that person again, but I was so awkward. I'm like, no, you're not sticking your face across the table at me, you dirty rat.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that could be a bit much. That could be, people are telling me to do the red light district. This is my 4th time to Amsterdam. I have done everything. I've done the countryside. I've done neighboring countries. This will be a breeze through trip for me.
Okay, well, guys, again, we'll get back on the topics. But if this is Kempyre's 4th time and he's trying to find love.
I'm not trying to find love. That's not why I'm going to Amsterdam.
No, Kempyre, you came here tonight and you wanted to be asked the questions. And I have those questions. So if this is your 4th time going to Amsterdam, what do you think made the difference in the last 3 times? Like, what growth have you experienced? What changes? What has made you open up to the possibility of love?
I've always been open. And the only reason why I'm even mentioning that part was because I had a tarot reading that said that would happen and it wouldn't surprise me. The reason I'm going to Amsterdam is because I love the city. The city is amazing. There's so much cultural food and museums and
He loves the
nearby
culture.
countries. Say it again?
I said, no, that's good. You love the culture. That's a good sign, guys.
Here we go.
If he loves the culture, he will love the person who originates from the culture.
Someone said Kempire is going to smoke the reefer. I don't even smoke.
Firefade Tarot said, Up and Adam, you're a new show, a dating show. Yes, I am here to find love for Kempire. Okay, so we'll keep it going on with Porsha, and then we'll get back into it and welcome some callers. But with that, I'm so sad to see her go, but I am excited because if I feel like anybody, and I know I talked a little bit about this briefly the other night, if anyone could hold a show on their own, which is so hard. We even talked about this in the Beverly Hills recap. It takes a special personality. I think Porsha could do it because if Kim Zolciak can do it with her 15 kids, Porsha can do it with her baby, her mom, her sister, that dynamic, and her new fiance. I'm excited. I want to see her. I'm most excited about the fact that she's not gone for good, and Andy Cohen's calling it a pause. No?
I don't know. Look, when she had that little spin-off after, for her pregnancy and things like that, it wasn't that great. I am open. I will be watching, but I'm not sure. I'm on the fence. But maybe this is why she feels so secure in leaving RHOA. I feel a lot of people are making big shifts in their lives right now. And this is why I'm not really surprised that Porsha decided to do this. But maybe Simon was so messy that it made great TV and the producers feel very positive about it because we heard it went from being 3 episodes to like 8. Maybe now it's 10. So maybe that's why she feels so, self-assured.
Yeah. Well, Simon Gobadia left the last woman. So maybe he might leave that. You just never know. You never know. That's why I'm so hard on the people who cheat on 90 Day, but also to be fair to Simon Gobadia, they were broken up. So he has not ever been found to be a cheater. Okay. But Dennis McKinley, his ass was cheating. Okay. And he was busted. The hot dog king got busted with this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Moving on. Cherry, my mother used to say no kissing by the garden gate. Love is blind. Neighbors ain't. Okay. I'm not mad at that. All right. And then we have one more right here. Let me bring it up. Jenna Hogan, thank you so much for the super chat. All right. So real quick before we move on, you're saying even though the last spinoff had not the best ratings, are you thinking that she can be as successful with her new show as Kim Zolciak ever was, or no?
I think a lot of people are shocked that Kim's show lasted as long as it did.
Yes,
I've never really watched it. Did you watch it?
Yes, it was terrible.
Oh, but it lasted
terrible.
a long time. And it had decent ratings at one point.
Well, I also watched Darcy and Stacey, and I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
But Darcy and Stacey, when they were in Turkey together, look, we're all over the place. Darcy and Stacey, when they were in Turkey together, I actually laughed to myself. I was like, okay, I actually preferred seeing them together on this adventure than them with their whatever those guys are.
When they're standing on the boat and they're like, we're the twin queens of the world. I'm like, this is...
They look so different. Did you see them after their surgery?
No, I have to go see them. Are they bad? Is it bad?
They look completely different.
Like good or bad?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, well, you're not selling it. That's not making me feel like they look that great.
Different. I don't know if they wanted to look completely different. They look like new. I mean, they look different than they did 10 years ago as opposed to...
Did they go from like a princess frog to a full-on princess, or like a princess frog to like frog?
Oh, a younger frog?
Oh, that's fucked up. Okay. All right. Kempire said it, not me. So guys, don't blame me for anything that has been said. Megan Sue Kempire. So did you try the weed cake yet? Can't remember the name. Plus, let us in on the red light district. Kempire's out there partying with some space cake. Okay.
I've never smoked weed a day in my life.
But have you eaten the space cake?
Oh no, I have not done that. I haven't done edibles either.
So no gummy bears, chocolate chip cookies,
Never.
Twizzlers.
Nothing.
Not the M&Ms.
Nothing.
The Butterfingers.
I didn't even know they had that.
Yeah, me neither. Okay. All right. Let's keep it on moving.
Trip. I will be chronicling this trip. You will see things that I'm doing. I don't know if that will be a part of it though.
That means he's trying the space cake. Okay.
Oh my God. And record it?
Yeah, that's exactly what you should do. Coach G, I think Porsha is leaving on top. As the show gets worse, her return will be in high demand and she can command more money. This is what Nene should have done. Actually, Nene did kind of do that when she took a season off, but and she did command more money. Mind you, Nene was the first highest paid cast member of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And then when she left, Kandi Burruss became that cast member. But she was the one who commanded the most. And like I said earlier, because I watched Kempyre's video, so guys, if you haven't checked it out, go watch it. But Kempire said that Nene could potentially be returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta because Marlo Hampton potentially could be a full-time peach holder, and it would bring her her story full around, right? Like,
yeah,
round circle.
Because Nene was such an integral part of Atlanta, they feel, with the loss of Greg, that they would like to, and this is according to Love B. Scott's exclusive, and a lot of people are shading him until recently when we get this information that Porsha left. That was in the Love B. Scott exclusive. So they feel as if bringing Nene back for an episode or two will sort of complete her story, because remember, we never really completed her story. She just didn't return.
Okay, well, I have a question for you. So Nene was getting paid about 2.4.
Wow, you're doing math?
Yes, I am.
Better you than me.
Now divided by 20 episodes plus a 3-part reunion, so divided by 23 episodes. So if she was to come on, are you saying for 2 episodes to complete like her story?
Yeah.
Then they owe her $692.820.
Very possible. I mean, at this point, with casting being in shambles and the loss of Porsha, she could probably demand it. And apparently that was the reason why she didn't come back.
And I know that people would
a certain amount.
Well, and also people would love seeing her back again. Okay, so we'll keep it moving to the next one because, guys, we only have 40 minutes left. Kempire has to go somewhere. Adam has to also go somewhere.
Why are you throwing me under the bus?
Well, who else is here? I was about to say, if Jason was here, I would full on like go in over here, but there's nobody.
Well, people know if they watch me that I need to eat, and I have not eaten. I haven't eaten much today. It's been a busy day.
Yeah, it sounds like a bunch of excuses to me, guys, but it's okay. We'll let them eat. No. Fancy Drew said, Kempire, enjoy all of Amsterdam, the amazing vino, ganja, and people. Safe travels much. Yes, Fancy Drew, he's going to find ganja and people. Yes, he is. Let's move on to the next person. We're going on to Erika Girardi because Erika Girardi is downsizing from her $9,500 a month Hancock Park rental. So this rental is about $1.5 million. That's like the total value of the home. It's beautiful. It has a pool. It has a back area. But everyone is wondering, how are you paying $9,500 a month? Because if you do the math, $9,500 a month times 12 months out of the year, the whole year is $114,000.
You go with the math.
What?
Here you go with the math. Is this the same place that you filmed in, or is this another place?
No, she did not film here. She was just caught here yesterday. It was at an apartment kind of like building where they have a little bit of security, but they have one bedroom vacant apartments, and they're saying that she was looking at those vacant apartments. Do you believe it or no?
I believe it. I mean, her money situation is shaky at best. I don't believe a word that's coming out of her mouth, but she has to make sure that we think that she's having a money situation problem.
Right. Okay. But I mean, if she is looking at other places, like when I heard the story in my head, I was like, well, it makes sense if she's downsizing, because even with Tom Girardi looking at $8,500 a month senior assisted living facilities plus her $9,500 a month, that's about over $17,000 a month. You guys are kind of paying the rent on the Pasadena mansion. Like if you were to rent it, that's what that feels like.
Imagine they rented it. That would be a twist.
I would die. Should we bring up some callers just to chime in on this before we move on?
Sure.
All right. Hi, Justice.
Justice, you know better than that. You might have to drop her.
All right. Dropping Justice. We'll come back. Hi, Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
What's going on, Kempire?
I'm well.
Oh,
How are
it
you?
sounds so good with your mic.
Thank you. Look, this headset has been dead for like 2 days, and then I couldn't find the charger. I've just, I haven't been adulting. I'm sorry.
Well, that's okay.
But
Kempire came on the other night and didn't eat, so he wasn't really adulting either.
we're all back to being professional.
Yeah.
We're all back to being professional.
Yeah.
All right, Jordan. So the first question we want to ask you about is, are you surprised about Porsha's exit? And do you think that her show will succeed? Will she be able to hold her own show or no? Because like Kempire said, the last time she did that with pregnant Porsha, Kempire didn't love it.
Am I surprised Portia's leaving? Yes and no. Yes, because I just didn't think Porsha would let the speculation and the chitter chatter and the mess with the other girls run her off. Like, I didn't think she was that type of chick. Like, Porsha seemed like she's 10 toes down with all of the ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's here for it. She gonna stand her ground and keep her check right where it needs to be in her account. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I'm not surprised because she's older. She has a daughter. She's in a different place. She's not chasing Jamie down the back alley down at the Christmas party no more. Like, she's grown. She's elevated. She's adulting now, you know? So I can fully understand her being in a place being like, you know what? I ain't got time. I ain't got time for Kenya. I ain't got time for Marlo. I ain't got time for whoever else that they're going to bring on there trying to get a spot. I ain't got time for Andy.
But don't you kind of feel like this is, to be fair, right? We've ripped Kenya apart for her failed relationships. We've ripped into Cynthia Bailey before, actually not that much. Candy Burris in the sex dungeon. We've ripped into Porsha's life. We've ripped into everyone's life. Why? I mean, honestly, I hate the fact that we did not get Fallon introduced in this next season as a full-time or at least a friend role. Even a friend role I would have been fine with. And then also her coming in with Jalen Banks and seeing Porsha, and then also Kenya and Marlo wanting to address the Porsha drama, while Candy and Cynthia and maybe even Drew Sidora, because Porsha has been vocal about how supportive Drew Sidora has been, like go against them. I would have loved to seen that. And I feel like we're getting robbed of a moment. Just like I feel like Salt Lake City, we got robbed of the Cole allegations. Just saying. Yeah, that's how I feel.
Facts.
Yeah.
I agree with you on that because, like, I would have, listen, Carlos King would not have let this happen. All I'm saying is, if we would have had Carlos King in the house, he would have made sure that Fallon was there next season. He would have made sure that Porsha was there next season. He would have probably paid them out of his own pocket if he had to make sure that we got the sit down that we needed, or at least Fallon sitting down with Simon if Porsha wasn't there, because they weren't really friends. What do Barbara and Shirley really got to say to each other? Do you know what I'm saying? So
yes.
So if she sat down with Simon and then maybe Porsha popped up with a box of cookies from the cookie lady, then maybe we could see something going on here. Like we deserve that. But I feel like maybe because Porsha has become so profitable for the network, they're gonna give her free reign to just handle this however she wants to, down to the pursuit of Porsha, and let her run it herself, because she done built her little team around her with Shamia, with Drew, so they have enough people there to actually have something going, beside that they don't have to build characters for us to like. She's coming with at least two built on people that we already know, so we have more reasons to watch, plus Diane, plus Lauren. I want to see what wig Diane is gonna have on personally.
Wait, hold on. I have a question for you, and I don't mean we'll of course get back into the Porsha stuff here in a second, because I agree with you, but also watching how Bravo kind of treats certain cast members, they notice when there's this trajectory of how they're doing, they support that more, and then they'll kind of punish the ones who don't bring the ratings, right? Well, Porsha obviously brings the ratings, but there's another person who's been bringing the ratings, and it's for all of the wrong reasons. I want to ask you, Jordan, and then Kempire, do you think this person will be celebrated because of the blockbuster ratings she's bringing to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? Kempire, you're rolling your head over there. You look like you have a lot to say. I mean, I'm not a mind reader. I don't read bodies and stuff, but I feel like
I do.
Read this body, Kempire.
Oh God, the Botox. Oh, it's time for her to go back. She's
She look
struggling
like
over
she got
there.
on one of Wendy Williams' old wigs. You know how like Wendy Williams be wearing the raggedy wigs in the street, and then she be wearing the good lace fronts on the show. She look
Yep.
like she got on her street wig right now. Poor Erika. God bless her.
You know
Okay.
what? Here's the thing. I mean, they're going to start filming Beverly Hills very soon, by the end of next month. So, Bravo is happy. They're going to make it seem as if they're not so excited that they stand with the victims. Blah 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 blah. I don't even think they've put out a statement about that.
No.
But they are profiting so much, and they are egging this whole situation on. They have Andy out everywhere talking about it. They're going to have a 4-part reunion that is not needed, even though they're teasing all this information is going to come out. I don't know. I'm not interested in Erika next season. I don't know what else she's going to bring. What else can she bring?
Wow. Kempire has a lot of feelings, but this is another reason I'm rooting for you in New Amsterdam, because this is a lot that you have to just put out there into the world. Let this negative energy go. You're holding on to a lot, and welcome in love into your life. Jordan, please.
Kempire came on a full stomach, and we are happy to see it.
Yes, we are. And Jordan, if you didn't, Jordan had snacks. Okay. Watch. Yep, always.
Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Listen, celebrated is the wrong word. Is she going to be utilized because of this storyline? Absolutely. Now, are they going to edit her to make her look like the victim? Look at the last 19 episodes. She's clearly not going to be edited to be the victim. But they're going to get every second of footage they can get out of this storyline that they can. I guarantee you, they're probably gonna film her moving from the rental to the apartment. They're gonna film her getting rid of cars. They're gonna film her garage sale. They're gonna film her trying to start a new business. She got a storyline. She's gonna all of a sudden have Brandy Glanville's storyline.
She's gonna be calling Amelia Gray out to lunch. She's gonna be like, "Hey, girl, you want to go out to lunch?" Then she's gonna call Radar online and be like, "Hey, I'm going to lunch with Amelia."
Yeah.
Wait, so this is actually a good segue into our next topic, because I'm curious, after watching Bravo for so long, and I know we all have, Jordan, you've made it clear, Kempire has a lot of shit, knows a lot of shit. He's over there, wealth of knowledge. So I know you've been watching Bravo. But my point is, Andy Cohen, the man himself, he seems to be under scrutiny every once in a while because people wonder, does this man treat all of the wives the same? Now, I have to bring this up because, well, hold on, Jordan.
Sorry.
I know. I know you're about to go in, but I just wanted to say,
my bad.
I want to say we have this woman, Porsha, who has been celebrated on the show. She's evolved. She's gotten her own spinoff and, well, her pregnant spinoff and another spinoff and Bravo's chat room. And then we also have, which is nothing like the same because this is the next step over, this woman who has, well, her husband took money, didn't report the right amount of money. She signed documents and she spent time in prison. Okay. Now, I don't want to, oh, God. We have this woman.
Oh.
This woman who obviously has been through it. And we know that, well, her husband is accused of alleged embezzlement crimes. And then with that, we also have Jen Shah. And Jen Shah is looked at as the ringleader. Actually, Kempire had a name for her earlier.
What was it?
Circus Clown Roundup. What was it?
I don't remember.
Oh, it was like
a lot of different people.
Okay. So Jen Shah also, everyone's looking into her. Nobody pulled the plug on her. And the only reason I want to ask you guys about this is because when I did my interview with Fallon received a phone call from a cast member. Let's just say this. I don't want to say who the cast member is. It wasn't Sheree.
Kenya.
It wasn't. What'd you say?
Kenya.
I'm not even going to keep on going. I didn't say that. Kempire said that. But the point is, she received a phone call and she heard that she was not going to be asked back to
I make a
the
quick
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Comment about Jen Shah just as a sidebar?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
Something happened?
Jordan, your camera froze. I'm going to push you out and then drop the link and come back in. Hold on. Let me drop the link back for Jordan.
Someone says Andy is Satan in a clean suit. I can't.
Oh, no. Ramita, I want to bring that up, but I also have to get my Bravo interviews. I'm sorry. Thank you, though, for the super chat. I don't agree with that, though, Ramita. Oh. Okay. So my point is, though, for you, Fallon received or was on the phone, and she heard because she went and grabbed the golf club and she was threatening to attack LaToya Ali, that looked in poor taste for the show. However, we've seen Brandi Glanville slap Lisa Vanderpump and throw wine in somebody's face. We've seen Porsha drag Kenya. We saw Monique and Candace. We've seen Teresa Giudice and Danielle Staub. We've seen Jackie Larita's daughter Ashley pull Danielle's hair. We've seen a lot of this, but yet we've welcomed all of them back. Do you think it was producers' way of kind of letting her go without letting her know why? Because they were like, listen, our loyalty is with Porsha?
Yep. I think so. I mean, I've heard rumors that Porsha within Truly Original has, I don't know. I don't want to say relationships, but there is some favoritism in production from what I've heard. Yeah.
Same thing here. And I think that makes sense. Mind you have to remember too, why wouldn't there be? These people all work together, right? So when production has a job and they have to film you and you're easier when they're like, hey, we have you in 5 minutes. And you're like, okay, cool. Just let me know that, whatever, I'll be right there. Or if you have somebody who's like 5 minutes, you were supposed to tell me 15 minutes. I've been here for 3 hours. Now you tell me that's a problem. I don't want to be there. Guys, don't tell me this, and this. I need somebody to negotiate my contract. You have those people too. Yeah. And I think if you're easier, you become more of not only a production favorite where they edit you in better ways, but also a fan favorite. Kempire, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but Sheena Marie from Vanderpump Rules, she had an editor who went on a podcast and joked during the pandemic about how she loved to edit Sheena in the worst ways. Yeah. She loved to give her the bad edits. And she joked about it and lost her job. That just goes to kind of confirm nobody's really safe. The edits that we see, those are people like you and I who went to school for that specific job. So if they have a sense of humor or a sense of just oh, I don't like this person, they can do whatever they want.
Yeah. It's so funny because when I do my videos, it's a lot of times when I use GIFs and things like that in my video, I shade myself before anyone else can shade me. So I know when people think that I'm shading the other ladies, I shade the ladies as much as I shade myself in my own videos. And in regards to Fallon, I honestly believe the producers, first of all, they do have a relationship with Porsha. They've worked with her for a very long time. They see her value. So right. I also think that whatever they saw from Fallon, they didn't feel it was worth it. Because I don't believe that whole, her grabbing a golf club. She didn't make contact with LaToya. So, you know what I mean? So I feel like that was a BS excuse. I think they just were not interested in Fallon. And
do you think Fallon was telling the truth by sharing that? Or do you think that? So. Okay.
Yeah, I think she was sharing that she was telling the truth about. Some other things are questionable.
Jordan.
I'm just saying some things are questionable. But with that being said, what Fallon said, she said they were not interested in this whole storyline playing out on the show either, from what we hear, because they're saying that's too lowbrow for Real Housewives of Atlanta. But they're very hypocritical in that regard.
No, I agree with you. I also kind of wonder, again, where the line is drawn for Housewives and the network. But at the end of the day, I think that they, as a business, try to present it like it's so politically correct and this is how we do things and we treat everyone equal across the board. But they know they have their Bethany. They know that they have Garcelle and Sutton running the season this year. They know they have Nene Leakes.
Look at Reza from Shahs of Sunset. His behavior last season was horrendous. He should have never come back on the show, but they know he makes the show. So
Tom Sandoval, I was there the night that Tom Sandoval punched Jax right in the head, and he was egged on to do it. Oh. They were like,
"Oh,
he was egged on." Let me just say this: I'm not going to say by who, but he was told, if you want to go into next season, this was the finale, then.
Ooh, Adam just dropped some tea.
Yeah. And then the way that it was edited was completely different from how they made it look. But mind you, this guy, was hosting at that time. So I got all of it. But the point is,
Damn,
Tom Sandoval did not just go in there and decide, hey, I'm going to punch this guy in the face. If anybody has met Tom Sandoval, one of the nicest, most loving guys, like just super happy. If you're happy, you're in a good mood and you're like, hey, Tom, he thinks that you probably are a fan. And by you being a fan, it's almost like narcissistic, but he's not a narcissist. Like he just loves, he's like that guy, like that captain of the football team in high school when people praise them and they're like, hey, Jim. Hey, Steve. Hey, Noel. Hey, whatever. They're like, oh, shit. Look at that's the guy. He's winning all the games. And that person loves the attention. That is Tom. But again, that's not a bad thing because we all have our different roles, right? And if you're going to be on a reality show, you obviously love some sort of attention.
Did you watch the new season? Those ratings were low.
Oh, I watched season 9, episode 1, the premiere date. I have to say, I know we talked about it on Jason's channel. It felt there was a lot of fake acting to me. And I know also I've received a lot of shit for this. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash the like button. Let's get over 700 in the room. Let's go for it. But I wish that Stassi would not have been that person that we saw in text and on Instagram and stuff like that. I wish she wouldn't have committed those actions. And obviously she is a full-grown person who knows, like, if you write that, that's how you feel. You're putting it out there. I wish that side of her didn't exist and we only saw the reality TV side of her because now we're missing things on the show. I think Jax is an ass, but that vital villain character, we need that. We don't need it in Jax, who's going to go out here and hook up with the girl on a senior citizen's couch when she's trying to help the woman, like kind of survive. And then this story is ridiculous. And then you're going to hook up with this man on her couch. And then you're also going to go out here and try to, paint her as like this ridiculous crook. Like Jax deserved it too. All of them deserve to get fired. But now with them being fired, there's different energies on the show. And I wish that instead of just relaunching the show with all of the same people and a few new people, they would have really done their research and found a new Stassi who wasn't saying stupid shit. You know what I mean? Like a person who could come in and be like, you are stupid and this and this and wham! Oh. Sorry. I get passionate. I get passionate.
I see that. So, but there is this rumor. The reason why we didn't get Roni was because they were trying to protect Ramona Singer from, because she's a part of, last night Andy was promoting that whole Peacock Real Housewives of All Stars, but Ultimate Girls Trip. And he was promoting that. But do you think that they were trying to protect Ramona from this reunion? Because that is the rumor on the street. That's
Absolutely.
why they decided not to do the reunion.
I think that right now, I feel like they're panicking behind the scenes. And I feel like they know, listen, you're over here canceling Dallas. Real Housewives of Orange County had the lowest rated season. Now you're doing like a mix-up and a recast because you're trying to fix it. Real Housewives of Atlanta didn't have the highest rated season. Sure, you guys can blame the pandemic, but now there are certain requirements that aren't still out there where they can kind of film in a different way because they did film All Stars in an exotic location, right? So they have the capability of doing certain shit. And then we have Real Housewives of New York that dropped the ball. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is thriving because of a scandal. And so with Salt Lake City, it will eventually get there because of a scandal. Yeah, no. It will eventually get there. Honestly, the only people who deserve applause right now at this point would be Potomac because they're the ones who are bringing it the most. And that is the franchise that everyone slept on, which blows my mind.
We didn't talk about Potomac. What did you, I don't know if maybe I did see your review. Everything's just blending this week. What that last episode of Potomac was iconic for them. Oh, you don't feel that way?
No, I do feel that way.
What?
Okay. I've been asked about Potomac a lot this week, and I've been trying to be very careful about what I'm saying.
I'm sorry.
No. That's okay. Honestly, I'm not going to let somebody dictate to me how I run my channel. So to be fair, Potomac, this episode, like I said in my recap, so if a few of you guys weren't there, I did have a few things to say. I think Giselle was shady as hell by inviting everybody over to her driveway event party where she was going to exclude Dr. Wendy Osefo and also the Grand Dame from her bathroom when really they're driving all the way out of Potomac just to get there in the first place. No, ma'am. Also, I didn't like Candace Dillard Bassett's any of like the body shaming shit and going back and forth with Mia. But then I didn't like the body shaming shit that came from Giselle when she's like, you know, she has big hands, big feet, big this, big that, big. And I was like, oh, okay, well, you're doing it too. So everyone at this point is going across the cast and doing it. And then I didn't like when, you know, to begin with, Mia got in Mama Dorothy's ear and was asking those questions. I was like, Mia, we can't defend you if you're asking somebody's private questions. Like now,
in all fairness, in all fairness, Mama Dorothy, Mama Dot was going around the entire parking lot trying to talk about Chris. And I feel like Candace really should be focused on her mama and her mama's behavior, because the only reason why Mia felt open to even bring that up was because how messy Dorothy was being.
I know, but also to be fair, Mia asked a question that really didn't pertain to her. So then when she was telling Candace why she asked the question and called it a low budget situation, to be fair, when I was 20 years old, I launched an all-inclusive dating app that catered to the transgender community. And I tried doing it as a visual dating app that way because there was a lot of people who would go out, they would go on dates. And when they would meet up, you didn't look the same as your photos. So these people would get hurt, beat up, attacked, killed. A lot of things would happen. So I tried making it like, I did my research and I found out within the first 13 seconds of meeting someone, you make your first impression. So I wanted to do it where you make first impression videos that last about 13 to 15 seconds, where you can say hi, give us one fun fact about you and something quirky. That way they can see you on video being your most authentic self, no filters, no nothing. And you know who you're meeting up with. So I tried doing that and it cost me over $10,000, $15,000 to do this app. And it was all the money I had in my bank account. I had no other money. I just moved to New York. I invested my whole entire self into this. And I had one person tell me how stupid it was. And I remember just feeling so defeated after I couldn't get it out there because I couldn't, when I launched it, not knowing when iOS updates, when Android updates, you have to pay another $5,000, $10,000 into your app to update them to fit the new software. So this is like a business where you need thousands and thousands of dollars. But like 20-year-old me was like, no shit, I'm going to do the damn thing. And I was so just ambitious, not really knowing everything. And it was kind of like a learn, you fail situation. So with Candace, her production being called low budget, I can see where that would hurt her feelings. That was my experience.
I wouldn't like that either. If someone called what I was doing low budget. I'm sure people have said stuff behind the scenes. I don't like my low budget set. Oh, sidebar. You love to tell stories. Tamar Braxton back in the day, because y'all know I did Kempire radio, but I had very much a similar setup like this where you could see me on the radio. And I had commented, and my intern at the time had added Tamar on social media. And you know, Tamar ain't playing that. So she responded and talked about my basement radio show. I said, well, tell that to Oprah. Bloop.
Oh, okay. So Tamar is not the biggest fan.
Well, that was so long ago. I think Tamar and I are in a better place. I haven't asked her. I'm probably still blocked, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm going to go follow Tamar now and be like, hey, I have a friend.
You are so shady.
I'm gonna be like, listen, do you want to be in the driver's seat and I'll be in the passenger seat and we'll just hit him with the same truck?
Oh.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I still love Tamar, though. I think she's great on TV.
You could do the same thing. You could go on Twitter, and if you want to go out there with the husband or, I was going to say something else. If you want to go out there with anybody on Twitter and drag me, you could do the same thing. Honestly, I'm happy that we don't do that to each other. So let's keep it like that, I guess.
People try.
Guys, he's shady as hell. I'm trying to be professional, glass half full. He's being shady as hell. Sherry Cherry. Adam, we have your back. Don't be concerned about CB. CB doesn't have any money to a thing.
I just want to say shout out to Data, because Data, who's been following me since my Kempire radio days, he says that Tamar also blocked him because of the basement comment from that day.
Wait, where is that?
I don't. You can't. Data forever.
Let me see. Oh, Data. Okay. Tamar blocked me because I dragged her after that basement comment. I have since grown up. LOL.
Really? Really?
Okay. Okay. All right. Your basement Kempire. All right. We'll go ahead and keep it moving. My God. This is too much. We have enough people in the room. Where should we go to next? Should we go to Teresa really quick?
Yeah, because you need to update me on the. No, I actually know what happened because I saw the video of Black Dolores talking about it.
Okay, so I just have to bring her up here. So we know this woman really quick. Guys, smash the like button if you haven't. We know this woman as Teresa Giudice. Teresa was married to Joe Giudice, right? That was her husband. He was known as kind of like a Guido, a big, like, muscular Italian guy. They call him a meatball if you're in Jersey. I watch Jersey Shore. I'm like up to date.
Food, please.
Yeah. Kempire is hungry again. Teresa, beautiful. Well, after her husband got deported, she ended up moving on with her life and trying to figure out where do I go next? So she met this man in Miami. We're not mad at her. Honestly, I'm not mad.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm kind of like, look at you, Teresa, do the damn thing. He looks like he's about 25, 26, young.
Yeah. But
He has the wife beater on. You see the wife beater under the
yes.
shirt? Yeah.
I mean, I don't love the fashion. The fashion, he got a lot of hair too.
Are we into him or no? Because this is just the beginning.
He's a cute wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and that's it.
Okay, but hold on, wait. Then there's the pool guy who has known Teresa since high school, and
I love him.
Oh yeah, I'm obsessed. I think that he's like the best one. Okay, but wait. Then she was caught down in Miami for a second time with a different man.
Ooh.
He's got a little butt.
Right?
Okay. And then finally, we found out that she bought a $3 million investment property with this man. Okay.
Shadiest of them all.
This is the man. He's been accused of being a sex addict, a narcissist, an opportunist. He's been accused of being so many different things, but he seems to make her so happy. Mind you, after watching him and seeing all of the filters, I thought, wow, Teresa did the damn thing. She has like a human Ken doll. And then when I saw him talk for the first time in New Jersey, I was like...
It's a lot of Facetune going on there. There's a lot of
Yeah, I was like, Teresa, you fucking catfish the shit out of us. Like, that's what you did, Teresa.
The way that he is, she's seen him in person, but has she seen the receipts that we've seen? I saw a lot of those receipts before Page Six reported them. Those were already in my DMs. People wanted me to drop them, but it's like, I don't got Page Six lawyers.
Right. But also, I feel like, we talked about those over here too. And my question is like, Teresa, at this point, with how much she's been drugged through the mud, she has a publicist, she has a manager. People know, they're up to date with what's going on. Do you think she's just blinded because the pineapple situation?
It could be a combination of that.
Okay.
And also, she's just a bad picker when it comes to men. I don't think she has. Look, I like Teresa for the show, but in all realistic thinking, Teresa is not the best judge of character.
But also, well, see, I'm so torn on this because I want to see Teresa win, but I don't want to see her getting taken advantage of. And she said that she would not do a prenup with this man.
Shut up.
She said that.
She didn't say that a lot.
Yes, she did. She said that on Watch What Happens Live. She said, I would not need a prenup. She kind of, I think in her mind, she feels like they both have the same financial whatever. Like, he might even be worth a couple $1,000,000. You don't know. So if they are, she's probably like, we're both good. I don't need a prenup because if we divorce.
Ask that from his girlfriend, allegedly, who he pushed out of a business they started together. Allegedly.
Oh.
Just saying. I don't trust this man. I got so much information on him before he became known to the world. I was like, because very much like you, I do see, and I remember, because I remember just recently seeing a replay of Teresa coming back from jail and her daughters, meeting her in the kitchen. I want Teresa to be happy and in love. So I didn't love the information that I was getting on Louis. And I don't love the fact that he's going to be on the show next season. It's going to creep me out a little bit.
Right. Well, I feel like this happens I think what's happening right now is you're about to transition into your quest for love. And I think that you're kind of trying to shade the fact that we have this amazing housewife over here who is embarking on this new journey called love. And you're shading her, but I think you're jaded a little bit. So
honestly, I'm not. I am a hopeless
kidding.
romantic. But I'm still
like,
going to get a prenup.
I don't know why you're giving me the head bob at that. I would be getting a prenup as well. Okay, so
married. I saw Jason talking about kids yesterday. He said he wants a lot of kids.
Why are you doing this to me?
Because I'm so invested, because I can't wait to see how this all plays out, because it's going to be so interesting.
Okay, let me tell you, I've had dreams about having kids. Actually, I have to tell you guys a story. Guys, smash that like button before we move on to not Teresa, but the Vanderpump Rules people and losing their houses. And then we're going to wrap this up in the next few minutes. But my thing is the other night I had a dream, and it was that Jason and I had a daughter, and her name was Charlie. And we found out that Kempire was the person who carried Charlie, and she gave her to us and met us at the airport and handed her over. And then when she did, we took Charlie, and after 2 months, I took Charlie in the middle of the night, and I was crying because I couldn't do it anymore. And I took Charlie and I called Kempire, and I met her at the airport. Like, she was just magically waiting from Europe to like Florida, and she was there. And I gave her a paycheck to pay off all of Charlie's schooling and private school because I couldn't handle Charlie. And then I woke up and I was like panicked. And I said to Jason, I had a dream that we had a daughter. And he looked at me and he said, I had a dream that we had a son. And I was playing baseball with him. I swear to God. Like, so Jason said that he had a dream about having a son, how they were playing baseball, how he was like doing sports with him, and he was so involved in his life. And Jason asked me, can I have a son? Like, can we do that? And I was like,
you were sending Charlie in the middle of the night back to Europe.
I was like, what?
We're going to have to get you a good therapist to figure out why. I mean, I get it. I'm looking to travel the world, so I can be okay without having kids, but I'm open to the idea if my partner really is interested in having children.
Oh, guys, this is bullshit, because right now Kempire doesn't have that love of his life. So I can say the same thing. Like, Jason's in DC right now. So right now, I totally want kids. I want to be that most maternal or paternal version of myself. I want to just be that figure, when that time comes. And then Jason pops in. He's like, I want kids. And I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Just butt the fuck out.
I'm not BSing about that. I will be open and honest with my partner once that happens, that I want to travel the world. There's still parts of the world that I want to see. And it's not that you can't do it with kids. It's just a little bit more expensive and a little bit harder.
Okay.
But if you have a partner, they take care of them. I'm working. I'm paying the bills.
I've tried that.
No. Because it's like, I'm working too.
Yeah. Didn't we talk about this? Never mind. I was going back and forth with Jason over walking the dogs 3 times in one day. Okay. Okay, real quick before we go, Kempire, we're almost at an hour. I just want to ask you really quick. We obviously know that there were 8 people who were fired from the Vanderpump Rules franchise.
That many?
8, yes. Jax Taylor, Britney Cartwright, Max Boyens, Brett Caprioni, Stassi Schroeder, Bo Clark, and then Dana Catherine.
And we still have Ramona.
And Kristen Doty. So there were 8.
Wow.
So with that, we know that Kristen Doty just listed her home. She bought for $750,000. She listed it for $1.3 million after redoing the inside and after finding out that she was fired. Now, she's not the only person who everyone's wondering, do you have financial issues at this point? Because Jax Taylor brushed off $2 million, saying that he had the wrong accountant, the poor accountant, the accountant who didn't know how to do numbers correctly. And he still hasn't paid back his over $1.5 million in owed taxes in 2 years.
Oh,
do you think now that they've been fired, are they effed?
Yeah. I mean, look, we also have to keep an open mind, because this really is the time, more than ever, to sell. If you are interested in selling, I mean, that was the rumor about Melissa Gorga as well. So I don't want to immediately jump to that. I do believe that about Jax, though. He owes a lot of money.
He should sell. Yeah.
But I don't know about the other young lady. I don't know.
Who's the young lady that you're referring to?
The one you just showed us. I don't know the Vanderpump people. I know the mess. I don't know them by name. I don't watch. And people keep telling me, Kempire, we want you to recap it. I'm like, I don't know.
Why are you asking me to talk about it then?
Because I know what I'm doing.
Obviously, if you don't know their name,
it's okay. I can still be shady.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take that from you. Okay. Honestly, I feel like they're losing things at this point. But mind you, they went from becoming like, listen, when I was working at Sir and I was hosting, I was making about $1,000 to $1,500 a week just hosting, and it was 4 nights a week. And in LA, it was still good. Like I made good money, but the servers were making about $2,000 a week for 4 nights. They were making amazing money, about $500 a night for sure. How do you go from $2,000 a week, which is $8,000 a month, to $600,000 for the year, and then go back to nothing? Like, obviously, that hit her, right?
Yeah. I mean, it depends. Look, we don't know people's financials. Some people are really good with their financials, and maybe she isn't hurting. And like I said, maybe she thought the smart move, especially in this market, let me sell and figure out what I want to do next. I'm trying to give her some credit here. Maybe we don't know people's finances. Some of the people that we think have money really don't and are really bad with money. And we saw a lot of that play out during the pandemic with people that couldn't tour or do the things that they normally do because of the pandemic and how that was affecting their lifestyle.
Oh, Kempire is giving me like Ramona Singer eyes right now. All right. No, with that, guys, we covered the topics. Kempire has somewhere to be. He has to eat. I have some stuff going on too tonight and some shows to watch. Guys, this was hot, messy topics, and I still missed out on 2 topics, but we have almost 700 people in the room, and I thank all of you. Thank you for the super chats, super stickers, and also the mods. Kempire, after today, I woke up to a phone call this morning at like 6 a.m. After today, I think I need rest.
Yeah.
Like, I almost was thinking about taking tomorrow off, but I was like, what do I do in this lonesome house all by myself without my partner in life? Like, because like now that I don't have the love of my life right next to me to kind of wonder what could be, I'm kind of lost.
You're a mess.
That's how I feel. You can't tell me how I can feel.
I wasn't telling you how to feel. I'm saying you are a mess.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you're just telling me how I am. Okay. Fair.
But no, you know what? And this is important for everyone to know, especially with Mercury being in retrograde, is that we should be taking time off at some point. And that's why when I go on this trip, I know I give out daily and consistent content, but it's not going to be as much because I need to enjoy my life, my work, and the place where I'm visiting.
Oh, he's going to give out some daily consistent.
No,
but in the way of Kathy Hilton, but also when he does come on, he'll probably be, so yeah. All right, Kempire. Well, obviously, hopefully, depending on what comes out tomorrow, hopefully we have enough content that comes out, but I'll message you by like 2. I'm trying to do this every night, Monday through Friday, and we've been consistent so far. Hopefully we come back tomorrow at 6 p.m. That would be exciting if there is enough stories that come out. And then also, I know you have a lot to do, a lot to pack. You're about to go on your adventure, your journey to find love. And I'm going to be over here with FOMO, with Jason being gone and just...
When did Jason get back?
I don't know, but this is already depressing. Like I walked in, actually, I don't know.
What is happening?
I have to text him and see when he comes back. I don't know when he comes back. That's kind of shitty.
I just left the house.
I actually really don't know.
You have to pick him up from the airport.
I know, but he said that he would just let me know when he comes. Okay. Whatever. I'll text him. Sorry, Jason. Well, if you're not here, get an Uber, and you don't have a house key right now because I have both of them. So love you. Hope you had a safe flight. All right, Kempire. Before we go, can you please tell us where we can find you?
Everyone can find me on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, but you can also find me. I'm going to change this up today. for under a minute hot topics on my TikTok at the Kempire. And of course, subscribe to my podcast. A new episode will be coming very soon. I will be podcasting while I'm away, apparently.
Yes. Kempire is not only on a mission to find love, but he is double faceted in the journey to find love. He will also be journeying throughout this excursion of his career. So he will be continuing to move on, and we will continue to watch him. I can't wait. So if you guys can't wait as well, go ahead, smash that like button, show some love, and get subscribed while we watch his adventure. No? Wasn't that kind of good? Okay. All right. Kempire is about to live his 90-day fiance life. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys aren't subscribed, get subscribed. Smash that like button. Every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's a subscribers-only live chat. Go subscribe to Kympyre. He's about to go on a journey.
Oh, here you go.
And we'll see what happens next. Bye, guys. Thank you to our mods and super chats.